quit a bad habit but keep falling back into it? Yeah, I know the struggle, but let me put you on to something that actually works. Fume. Fume isn't a vape. There's no nicotine, no chemicals, just fresh, natural flavors that help you kick cravings for good. Whether you're looking to break free from smoking or just need something to keep your hands busy, this is the game changer. Healthy habits starts with simple choices. Make the switch today. Trust me, you won't regret it. Click the link and start your journey with Fume right now. Hey everybody, it's Naptown Eddie, and today I'm reacting to a message from former President Barack Obama on the 15th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. He just released a video reflecting on the impact of ACA, and I want to talk about what it meant and what it still means, and why we got to keep pushing forward toward free, accessible health care for everyone. So President Barack Obama opened his message by saying, I know it can feel like a different era sometimes. And that hit me because, let's be honest, right now it's hard to feel like regular people have any power. There's a lot of division, chaos, and folks struggling just to make it through the week. But Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, was one of those rare moments when something real happened for the people. It wasn't perfect, but it made healthcare more accessible. It told insurance companies, you can't deny people by pre-existing conditions. It expanded Medicaid in many states. It helped people breathe a little easier. Nearly 50 million gotten health coverage through ACA. Not just a number. That's somebody's mom finally able to get her medication. That's a kid going to the doctor without bankrupting their family. That's mental health support, cancer treatment, and prenatal care being within the reach for folks who had nothing before. But here's what I want to take it further. We need to talk about free healthcare because access shouldn't be limited to those who qualifies. What state you live in or how much money you make. Healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. No one in the richest country in the world should be dying or going broke because they can't afford to see a doctor. I respect what the ACA did, and I appreciate President Barack Obama reminding us how change is possible when we fight. But when we keep fighting, because millions of people are still uninsured, millions of people are underinsured, one emergency away from disaster, free universal health care shouldn't be a dream. Other countries have it. It works. It's not about politics. It's about humanity. The ACA was a stepping stone, not just a finish line. And if we let our frustration turn into apathy, we'll forget that progress like this was built on people raising their voices, organizing, voting, demanding better.
It can feel like a different era sometimes. But 15 years ago, I signed the Affordable Care Act into law.
That's it.
The goal back then was to establish that here in America, healthcare is not just a privilege, but a right for every single American. And together we've taken a big step in the right direction. Today, almost 50 million people have gotten quality, affordable healthcare through the ACA. That's 1 in 7 Americans. And the percentage of people without insurance has been nearly cut in half. That means more sick kids get medicine. More cancer patients have life-saving surgery. More people with pre-existing conditions enjoy the peace of mind they deserve. But here's the thing. Even though people like to talk about Obamacare, it didn't just happen because of me. It happened because Americans of all ages, from all across the country, had the courage to speak up about why healthcare reform mattered to them. When the Obama Presidential Center opens on the south side of Chicago next year, visitors will have a chance to hear from some of the folks who made the ACA a reality. And they'll get to see some of the objects that symbolized the fight for healthcare reform and helped convince Congress to do the right thing. You'll learn about Jim Hauser, who ran an auto repair shop with 9 full-time employees. Thanks to the ACA, Jim got help covering those workers, and he proudly wore his Master Automobile Technician pin to the State of the Union in 2011. Jim also brought his daughter Helen along, a 22-year-old freelancer who also got covered under the ACA. Besides hearing their stories, visitors will also get to see how people's lives have been changed forever thanks to the work we did together. And you'll get to hear from some of the leaders in my administration who worked and sacrificed for years to make it happen.
When I see people going into the Obama Presidential Center, I hope they come away with a sense that against all odds, progress can be made. And that counts on presidential leadership, elected representatives, people all around the country.
A lot of folks told me I'd pay a political price if I made healthcare reform a priority. Some of them predicted it would cost me re-election. But I've always said that I didn't run for president to put my approval rating up on a shelf and admire it. I did it to make a difference, so the choice was clear.
We were in the Oval Office talking, and he said, look, this is shaping up to be a one-term presidency. And that's okay with me as long as I can get done the things I want to get done. And healthcare reform is one of those things.
With everything going on right now, it's easy to feel like regular folks can't change this country for the better. But if it could happen 15 years ago, it can happen again. The ACA taught us that some things are bigger than politics. And working to make sure people don't lose their livelihoods when a family member gets sick is one of those things. That's why we did it. And we're not finished yet. I've always said that the ACA is like a starter house. It was a big step forward, but still just a first step. Now it's up to all of us to keep building on and improving the ACA until everyone has access to quality, affordable health coverage. When you visit the Obama Center in 2026, I hope you leave ready to keep making a difference. We look forward to seeing you next year.
So I watched the video from President Barack Obama, and I felt two things: gratitude and urgency. Gratitude for what accomplished 15 years ago. Urgency for what still hasn't been done. Because we reflect on the progress, we can't ignore the people still left behind. If you ever skipped a prescription because of the cost, if you've delayed a doctor visit because you was afraid of the bill, or if you have to rely on urgent care instead of consistent treatment, then you know why this conversation matters. And I believe we can do better. I believe free health care is not just, it's not only possible, it's necessary. Here's the takeaway. Celebrate ACA for what it did. But let's not stop there. Keep pushing to have these conversations. Let's keep pushing, organizing. Let's keep demanding that healthcare in America finally reach everyone. Not just through health insurance, marketplaces, but through full access, freedom from debt, and the dignity to get well and stay well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe free healthcare for all? Let's talk about it. And if you got value from this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Naptown Eddie over and out.